So let's continue with the textures, and when we go back to Photoshop, we have two textures done: the main for the missile and the name shield. Now, before I proceed to the rest of them, I need to mention that I will do at the end a bump map of all textures. How to do that? I will do just a soft one, so don't worry, anything hard to do. But how to do that? First, I need to do a merge through all the layers which I have here. You could hit Ctrl A on the layers, hit Ctrl E, but like this, some of the blending options and maps which are above can do some bad things. So the right way how to do a merge to all layers is very simple. Just hit Ctrl E, Ctrl Shift C and Ctrl V. Now this will do a copy of basically what you see, and you can work just with one layer, which is everything. So let's do a bump map. So I will turn off the UV map. So again, Ctrl A and Ctrl Shift C, then Ctrl V. So we have here the texture. Now I will copy that. I will call this texture bump. And just hit Ctrl Shift U, which will desaturate the map. And now just play with this a bit. So let's go to levels and let's see. We will do something like this. You can also play a bit more with them by controlling the highlights and shadows separately, but I think just by dragging it almost dark, it will give us enough. So something like this. There is anyway not much to see, so don't worry. Okay, this was just the basic here. Okay, now let's do the other textures. So we have the name, we have the main texture. Now let's go here back. We need this for the wings and this for the wings. Now I will go to my merge texture and I will just copy this. Something like this. Ctrl C, I will create a new document. And this will be the texture for the back wings. Easy done. Now I will go a bit down and copy it without the yellow stripe. And this will be the texture for the front wings. Nothing hard to do, very simple. I just needed this texture in the same scale which I had here in the main. So it should be now pretty the same, and we'll apply just this there. This to the back wings, this to the front wings. So two textures done. Now let's go back to our model. So we have the front, which will be glass. Now the main, which we have texture, this texture, this texture. Here will be the texture, and the back will be just a material. So I think the main missile is done with the textures. Later I will just save that and it will be done. Now let's go to this. Let's go to the front view. Hide unselected. Z to zoom on this. So right now here I need texture. I actually need just the ratio. I know that it will be high somewhere here, like this. Actually, basically it doesn't matter because I can control it by moving the texture. I just need to know the position of this. So what I will do, I'll go to render and render this very quickly. I will make a copy of this. I all the time hit this multiple times because it never works the first time. I'll create a new document where I place this. Now here we have the pattern how how the panel which is used or intended for the smaller missile is looking. So what I will do, I will crop this to this distance, this, and here I will keep a bit more like this. So crop that, and right now we have the ratio of the panel. So Let's go to image and image size. We can do it a bit bigger, let's say to twice. Now I will go to the main. Still, I need the same base texture also there. So I will hit my base texture or base copy, the white things which I did there, place it here. Now let's say somewhere here. This should be okay. Now we don't need these white things there, but we can keep them. We can also go to the mask, and again with a brush. Now this time I will choose simple brush, standard brush. Should be somewhere here. So many brushes, round brushes with size, panned. So I will change the parameters a bit larger, and move this somewhere here. Now let's go to the pattern which we rendered, and I will drag here these guides, these two guides, like this. Turn this off. We can delete that. Now we need the yellow stripe there. Now we can create again another from scratch, or we can just use what we created already. It will save us some time and so on. So turn this off to see what we need to copy, and it's this one together with this one. So select this and this. It should be all in one layer or group. And again, we'll copy that. I guess it was here. Ooh, no. It wasn't there. Okay, I see that. It's here. Now, by holding Shift, just rotate that. Again, by holding Shift, we'll make it bigger. Or better, wider. We need to make it wider right now. Okay, this should be pretty enough. Now we'll change here some stuff because it's already not looking so nicely like it was before. So I will delete the mask. Here's one stripe, here's second stripe. I will change them a bit, so I will delete one of the stripes, and I will delete also this layer. So at the end I will have here just the yellow, exactly in the position which I need. Now about the yellow stripe, right now I will position that here into the middle. Maybe. I'm thinking right now if it's a good idea or not. Actually, probably no. I will not use anything. I will use just the yellow stripe. I decided it should be pretty enough. So I will use again the mask and some of the ground brushes or fractal brushes or anything which can do this stuff at the edges, and try to create some distortion there. Okay, now we'll create again a layer. Now I will again call it white. I will just call it right now white. Get my brush, keep this white, and now I will choose some of that. Okay, I will go to soft light like we was before and make it smaller, so I will get this kind of effect. Okay, we can do there anything. A lot of details we could do there, but we don't have to. but still I want to create there this some text. So I'll copy this text here, go to darken, and I will place the text somewhere here. Now here's something very interesting. Now the darken is working how it should, but here it's not. So how to do that? Why it's doing? So when we go to the normal, you can see that this part is lighter than this one. So how to change that? We can use mask to delete that part, or we just go to touch tool, higher softness, and do this. So and it's done. It's very fast. So one more thing. Maybe this kind of arrow will be very nice to have there. What do you think? So we'll copy this from here. We could also create this, but why when we can copy that? Don't worry if your selection will be ugly. Mine is, so I'm not making anything from that, so I don't know how big. Okay, let's go with this. Now again, we can go with darken there, which will delete the yellow, or we can, yeah, this one, lighten is fine. So it will create something like this, which is pretty nice. And if we collect this, group it to stuff, we will have the texture for all panels and one panel. We can also work a bit with the white and stuff like that. There is a lot of things we could do actually there, but we don't have to. So like this. Anyway, I think I will do one like this and a bit different. You know, you will save the texture and make it a bit different every time that it looks that there are more parts together. Still, you don't have to do that, but it's like, why not? Okay, so we have here the panel, unhide all. We have the panel, and the last thing which we don't have is some texture for these parts here, and of course for the missile. So hide unselected, front view. Now again we will do a render of this, because the texture will be applied on the whole missile. There will be no things this time. So I will do a render again. Now this will be again very fast and very easy to do. So copy the image. Let's go to Photoshop, new layer, new file. Again, let's go to the crop tool. We'll do this. Here the front is colored, so we don't have to select it right now. And like this. Now we have here the pattern for that. We'll go to image size. I will make it larger like before. But now I will hit Ctrl A, Ctrl C, new, and I will do this much bigger. So like this. We can delete that or close that better. And one more time, let's grab our base texture. We can go again with the yellow stripe and so. No, not with the yellow stripe. Base and white. Now we are here. So right now we can choose a different pattern. We can go with this one. And what I would like to do is here again the text for the missile. We'll try to keep it somewhere here. and maybe a stripe here at the front. This is everything. And I think we can do also text somewhere here. Okay, maybe 2 stripes, why not? Anyway, the stripes are done. But I think this time we will not use yellow stripes. Okay, the texture is larger than we actually needed, but you will understand why. So first of all, the text. Let's go here. We will call this the X02 because it's the second smaller texture. Oh, a rocket. Oh, missile on rocket. So let's make the text. Now let's go to the main. We need the yellow stripe. Oh, I will hit Ctrl C to everything. Let's find this. It should be this one, yep. So we can crop that something like this and just hit a create clipping mask, and we have here the name. Now we'll go to some text again. This time I will use this, which is longer. I will make it again smaller, place it here, and darken should be your friend again. I see there's something, so let's use the dodge tool to make it brighter. Now the stripes. For the stripes, I will use this black one. It's pretty nice. So I will copy as much as I can. Let's go here. It's pretty big. So I will just make something like this and this. Oh, okay, I will crop it a bit different. So let's be in the ratio of that. So okay, copy this, edit transform vertical, drag this here. So this will be the first stripe. Now we want the same on the back. So just move it here by holding down Shift, scale it down. You can see I'm making this very fast, and that should be actually. What we can do right now is we'll group this. I will make here stripes. Now we'll move also this one here. This one is the text. We can give here a mask, and again using our masking skills, we'll do here some scratches and stuff like that, just to make it a bit more interesting to see. No, this is a big one anyway. Okay. Oh, I think it's fun enough. So we have the text, we have the stripes there. Now, I told here we will apply a black texture probably. We could actually make the texture from these stripes, but here I'm a bit skeptic because we don't have much of that, just a bit. So anyway, let's try. When it's selected like that, we have the bolts, but we should be able to delete them. So let's just try to Oops. Was a bit too much. One more time. So we'll try to recreate the parts of the texture and copy another parts to be able to use this for the rest of the missile, because this is so far too less. Okay, so very quickly, all bolts are gone. Done. It's not looking so bad actually. So we can use also this one to hide our intentions, absolutely. Now we will copy this layer and apply a bigger width. I hate when I do this. Okay. So I will create this, copy it one more time, and copy it one more time. Merge all together. Now we'll see how good is our healing brush. Because we need to hide. Yeah, it's cool. A lot of stuff there to create the effect that it's one texture, not three together. So far I think it's going to work. And awesome! So we have again a texture. Now I'm good today. Okay, so this will be the texture, the black texture, which I would like to use for the missile and probably for some other parts. I'm not sure about that. Untitled. Now, when I was here in the main, do I want to put that something else? I'm thinking to put a bit more text. Okay, we can. Anyway, it will be not to see where we are. This one. Some Jabba Jibra, but doesn't matter. So text. Rotate. Make it smaller, and we can place it here again with the darken mode applied. And probably once again with some help of the Dutch tool. I was checking if it's really a Dutch tool. Okay, so again one text. So the bump will be the same, of course, just the texture will be now a bit different. So we'll delete that. Control A, Control Shift C, Control V, and again we are here. Okay, so let's do some recap about that. Let's go to the map. Missile small. Main, we have. The second material, we have exhaust with a metal. Cover 2, rest 2, this is this. We have. For the rest, we don't have. Actually, we have, but I'm not decided if we use a texture for the inside or not. You'll see. Cover rest, name rest, and main texture, camera front, glass, front wings, back wings, inside, just he's an exhaust. Okay, so we have pretty much everything done. Yeah, I think it's done. So I think I will do the applying the textures in the next part. Anyway, I would like to think what to use there and there. Now one more thing. We have this. Okay. We have. Okay. Okay, so I will do a bump and also here. So again, the same shortcuts. We could do to invert. It's more used to do it like this. I never can remember how it should be exactly. if like this or like that. Anyway, if we go to invert also here, hard to say. I will create this one more time with the invert mode. I know I'm working with Max for a long time, but I never remembered if the bump map is going down or up with black or white. It should anyway go with white up and down, but oh. Okay, adjustments, invert, and let's go to the levels. Okay, so we are done with the textures, and we will apply them all in the next part where we will do the rendering. Now, how I will do the rendering, I can tell you something. I will apply the same method I used also already somewhere else. I will not tell where. And we'll do a curtain here, and after that we'll do some kind of tent which will be reflecting or bouncing the light inside our record. So I will see you in the next part where we'll do that. What we can do in this part a bit more is to make the rendering scene for this. It will be pretty fast. So rendering it in this angle. So from this angle should go our tent. Should be, yeah, we are good. So what we will do is we'll rise this a bit up. And this a bit more. This will create here an environment. This we can delete because we don't need so much. The rest should be fine. So like here, oops, we have this behind. We'll apply Trubus mode. It will anyway not collide with our model. It's colliding a bit. So we can go to not gimbal, maybe local, and just move that, let's say like that. Or if we really want, can render it right now here, like this. So to make this complete, we need here the plane. I will use a box. Okay, I will use the orthogrid for that. We don't need the local anymore. We need to align this to this, something like that. We'll make this, of course, much thinner, and maybe bigger, but for sure. Oops, too much. Too less. This should be fine. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why I'm doing this. Oops. I could do this using the, not rotating this like an idiot, but just by deleting the camera and do it straight, but I did it like that. It doesn't matter anymore. So let's go to local one more time. Make here the tent like this. We need a mirror of that. Copy. Or we just need, should we just do the copy? Come on. This axis should be better. Yeah, of course. Yeah, this one. And from the top view, we should be able to position it where it should be. Okay. So it's looking a bit strange, I know. Oops. Damn. But in this we will render later our missile. Or something similar, of course. We could change there something. Okay, so we have the environment ready for rendering, more or less. And we will do this in the next part. So thanks for watching, and I see you in the last part. Bye bye.